This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 10. And it reads, "And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills." All praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. Yahweh being the name of the Father, who the world inwardly calls God. Yahweh, meaning He exists. Bahashem, meaning in the name. Yahushai, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ. Yahushai, meaning He delivers, He saves. Bahashem, in the name. Rakaha Kodash, Spirit Holy. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the Akyam, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. To the Akwathiam listed and learned in sincerity and in truth and in silence, Shalom. Akyam meaning brothers, Akwathiam meaning sisters, Shalom meaning peace be unto you. This is your brother Shema from the Pillars of Benjamin camp, here in Toronto with another lesson. Zephaniah 1, verse 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, right? In that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. This is symbolic of banks crashing. The hills being governments, right? Great crashing from the hills, the banking system, right? The ancient world, the fish gate was where they traded commodities, food, livestock, fish, right? Today, the stock market, they trade commodities, they trade stocks. Verse 11, howl. What does it mean to howl? Lament, cry, bemoan, right? And howl is not a howl is deep sorrow. Ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off, right? And Maktesh was in the ancient world, in Jerusalem, was a city of trade, right? All the merchant people are cut down, the bankers. All they that bear silver are cut off. Salakia, the merchant people being the merchants, the stores, retail, right? All they that bear silver are cut off. Those are the bankers, right? The stock market watchers, right? All they that bear silver are cut off. Your crying how ye rich man, right? This article, world president of Kenya urges citizens to get rid of US dollars soon, right? And this is from yesterday, right? The Hal Turner radio show. The president of Kenya today announced to all citizens they should get rid of any US dollars they may be holding because they will become worthless within weeks. Right? This man, either he knows something, okay, or he's planted an insider to create panic. William Kipchirchir Samoei Arap Ruto is a Kenyan politician who is serving as the fifth and current president of Kenya since September 13, 2022. Prior to becoming president, he served as the first deputy president of Kenya from 2013 to 2022. Today, in a nationally televised speech in Kenya, Ruto said, "Those of you who are holding dollars, you shortly might go into losses. So you better do what you have to do, because this market will be different in a couple of weeks." And it goes on to show you the actual video of him saying that.
For the people who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you shortly might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks.
This stunning announcement gives credibility to a rumor that has been circulating for over a year that 142 countries around the world have secretly agreed to what they call Operation Sandman. Right, I did a lesson on this about six, 7 months ago. Operation Sandman. Right, these other nations, primarily the BRICS nations and those seeking to join the BRICS nations. Right. According to the rumor, Operation Sandman will put the US dollar to sleep by having all 142 countries repudiate the currency on the same day and refuse to continue accepting it for payment in trade. Countries around the world began planning this when they witnessed the then Democrat-controlled U.S. Congress go on a spending spree of several $1 trillion in omnibus bills. Those countries realized there is nothing backing the value of U.S. dollars, and they saw that the U.S. Congress has no plans at all to rein in spending. One country's finance ministry recently told the U.S., we are no longer willing to accept ones and zeros in a bank computer as actual payment for real goods. The countries agreed that holding U.S. currency was becoming foolish because it was becoming worthless on its face, thanks to all the rampant overspending by the U.S. government. Now it appears these countries may actually take action within a couple of weeks. If countries around the world repudiate the dollar as a payment for goods and trade, then they would halt providing manufactured goods or raw materials unless paid in some currency other than dollars. Since the U.S. barely does any manufacturing at all anymore, thanks to the business who thought it was a good idea to convert the U.S. economy to a service economy, then products we buy in stores will simply run out and we'll be unable to restock because no one will want our money. Right? And something like this to take place would turn America the Great, Babylon the Great, into a third world country overnight. And it would create chaos, right? It would create madness in the streets. Mark 13, and we'll close out. Many great miseries are coming to this place. Mark 13, verse 19, red letter, our Lord said this. For in those days shall be affliction, such as was not from the beginning of the creation, which the Most High created unto this time, neither shall be. Right? And the times that America, the Great, Babylon the Great, is about to experience has never been a time like no other. Right? The time that is about to come on this world has never been seen. Right? Babylon is in straits. Job. Job 20, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Right? In the fullness of his sufficiency, when he's at his apex, when he's at the top, right? On his throne, he shall be in straits, a position of difficulty. It's talking about America. Every hand of the wicked being the laborer. You look at this word wicked, it's if I'm not mistaken, it's Amal. Job 20. right? Which is laborer, the workers, their own citizens, Amal.
Strong's H 6001. A male. A male.
Laborer, sufferer, wretched one. Laborer, workman, sufferer. Toiling in the Strong's definition. Concretely, a laborer, figuratively, sorrowful, that laboreth, that is a misery, had taken labor, wicked, workman, right? So what is about to come on this place? Right? Job 20 verse 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. I want to look at this in the Good News Translation. Job 20 and 22 in the Good News Translation. At the height of their success, America, all the weight of misery will crush them. Right? And the pain that is about to come to America, the great, Babylon the Great. Right? These proud Idumeans ain't ready. Stay prayed up, pray without ceasing. Shalom to the hopeful elect.